FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry Lutz. It's the last day of November 2020. Hard to believe we survived it. And in spite of the mask that's probably got you in a mild or early state of asphyxiation, you survived it. Now we go into December, and let's see what they're going to do to us there. Well, vaccines are on the way. I'm sure you're breathing a collective sigh of relief, just as am I not. But what is the truth about them? Should you go get immunized, or will you have a choice? I'd like to know your opinion. What do you think? Email me, kl@kerrylutz.com. Right now, we have America's psychiatrist on with us, Dr. Carole Lieberman, and it's great to have you back, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
So, vaccines, they're coming to take you away, to the vaccination center. What is going to happen to you once you get vaccinated?
Yes, one never knows, actually, including the makers of the vaccine. Yes, there are all kinds of conspiracy theories or actual, perhaps real facts about some of the things in the vaccines. But what is really the worst part about the vaccine, and I'm not telling people not to get a vaccine. What I'm saying is we need to have the choice. We need to fight against any mandate that is making us saying that we have, this is not just wearing a mask, not that that's, there's something to be said about that too, but this is putting something in your body. And if we let the government force us to put something in our body, that has crossed the final frontier. That's what I'm concerned about. We should not, it's the mandates. And psychologically, using mandates, whether it's masks or 6 feet or, cancel Thanksgiving, cancel Santa Claus, all of these things, these mandates, this gloom and doom is weakening our immune system and making us all more vulnerable to coronavirus.
That's such a great point. And look, if they can force you to put something in your body, then they can force you to take stuff out of the body. Maybe there'll be mandatory blood donation because, you know what? It's very tight this time of year for blood donations. Maybe they'll take your plasma. Who the heck knows? Maybe they'll take your DNA if they could.
Your liver. What about your liver or your heart? We need transplants.
Yeah, or kidney. They do that in China already. And it's not a laughing matter by any stretch.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
But efficacy and safety of the vaccines, Doctor. What is your take on it?
Well, I have some questions about that. But here's the thing, and it was just news today about, moving forward in their plans is what the news is. The airlines, even if the federal government apparently can't make rules to, or so it is at the moment, that they can't make rules to make us take the vaccine, but they can do things that would make us, by going around the other way, for example, if we had to get a vaccine to get a passport, a lot of people want passports, so that would be a way for the federal government to get us to take the vaccine. But what happened today is that the airlines are moving ahead with their rules or plans or mandates to make us get a vaccine, like to have a vaccination certificate and an immunity passport. They want us to have passports, not the usual kind, but a special passport to show that either we have tested negative within a certain amount of time or we have gotten the vaccine. So unless you don't want to fly anywhere, this may be, if it goes through, this is going to be a big problem.
Oh, yeah. Well, my father, who was in the Army Air Corps during World War II, said the Army used to say, we can't make you do anything, but we sure can make you wish you had. And that's the velvet fist of coercion and carrot and stick that the government loves to play.
Yes. And even Ticketmaster is now making plans to do the same thing, to have you prove that you're negative or that you have a vaccine. So many things are going to, we're going to find that if we don't get one, that we're going to be very limited. And that is the problem with all of these things. It's not that, maybe it would be okay if there's more proof that it's safe. Maybe it would be okay to get a vaccine or to do all these other things. But it's the coercion that's the problem. We are going ever closer to 1984.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. And look at the ridiculous mask mandates here. They're totally not based on science. Everyone knows this. It's kind of alternate side of the street parking. Yeah. It's like, look, if they decide that a polka dot mask with naked cherubs on it is going to cure COVID or prevent you from getting it, they will mandate that. And you got governors like Eva Braun Whitmer and Killer Cuomo and Murphy the Murderer. They don't know anything about science. All they know about is their power. Right. And that's all they care about is the power. They couldn't care less about you.
Exactly. And, they are being shown one by one to be hypocrites. Newsom in California, of course, the picture has been going around of him sitting in a restaurant with lots and lots of people, none of them wearing masks, indoors in a restaurant yet. And then Cuomo, he told everybody to cancel their Thanksgiving plans, and he invited his mother and daughters to come to Albany to see him. And he only changed it when he was caught. He happened to be doing an interview on a radio show, and he inadvertently mentioned this, and he got such backlash that then he had to cancel it.
Yeah. Well, and they're all that way. They're all hypocrites. They're all ignoring their own. It's one law for thee, a different law for me. And that should be really shocking. And yet half the country thinks that Cuomo is doing a great job with COVID. He even got an Emmy for his television performances while he's killing off thousands of people in nursing homes. What's that about?
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next.
Lumina Gold, ticker symbol LUM on the Toronto Venture and LMGDF on the OTC, is yet another of legendary mining investor Ross Beaty's Lumina Group. It's advancing the largest primary gold deposit in Ecuador. The resource is estimated to contain 16.7 million ounces of gold and 2.2 billion pounds of copper. At just $7 US per ounce gold equivalent, it trades at an incredible 13% of its net present value. More good news is on the way with an updated PEA study expected in Q2 of 2020. It has unparalleled infrastructure. There's grid power to camp with plentiful, inexpensive hydropower available. It's close to 2 ports and is just 8 kilometers from a paved highway. Water is plentiful. It's at low elevation, and the closest community, which is very supportive of Lumina's effort, is just a 7-kilometer ride. With all this going for it, it's likely to follow the typical Ross Beaty formula, which means big returns to shareholders. Find out more and sign up for notifications at luminagold.com. That's Lumina, Lumina gold.com.
The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
That was the coup de grace. That was horrifying. I mean, in a way, though, maybe he does deserve an Emmy because he was acting,
yes.
Since he couldn't get an Oscar. That was all acting, pretending to be this great mayor when he's killing people in the nursing homes.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you just what I am trying to get people to do. I'm sure on your show I've talked about different things people need to do to keep healthy, but I have put them into an anagram so people can remember to do these things every day. And the anagram is Heal Myself. And each of the first letters stand for something that you should be doing every day. So H, healthy, nutritious food. E, exercise, walks in the sun or dancing in your living room. A, aromatherapy, candles or flowers around your home. And L, laughter, at least 1 hour a day. So that's heal. Then myself, meditation or calming music. Y, your choice of vitamins and supplements. S, sleep at least 8 hours a night. E, engage with families and friends to support each other. L, limit your daily intake of gloom and doom. And F, follow your passion. If everybody took care of themselves and their loved ones with these Heal Myself tasks every day. They're easy things. They don't cost anything really significant. And that is the best. That's better than masks, and I dare say even vaccines.
Yeah, well, laughter is the best medicine. We know that from Norman Cousins.
Yes.
And you should Google him if you're not familiar with him, the way he cured his cancer through laughter, watching Three Stooges videos and Laurel and Hardy, all that. Really, what it comes down to is you're responsible for your health, right? And you need to get the information that you need so you can adequately care for your health and preserve it and enhance it. And yet you've got all these people from the government there trying to help you, in quotes, help in scare quotes, and they really do you a disservice, don't they?
Yes. I mean, it is all about your immune system. And these things that I just mentioned are all things that strengthen your immune system. And this gloom and doom and mandates and all of that are decreasing or weakening your immune system.
Yeah, so true. And masks, especially, look, what is the purpose of wearing a mask outdoors? Is there any?
Well, I mean, I guess if you had COVID, I can tell you what the idea is. Whether it works, I don't know. But the idea is to not spread your germs and to not catch other people's germs.
Yeah, I know. But outdoors, all right, they've done contact tracing studies in China, numerous other countries. Virtually no transmission takes place out of doors because the sun puts out ultraviolet and infrared rays that kill off viruses. You've got humidity, you've got wind, all these other things that just disperse it immediately. It's virtually impossible. And yet in New York City, you have to wear, well, it's the weirdest thing. I was there last week, and the rule there is, as long as you're socially distanced, you don't need to wear a mask indoors or outdoors. But if you're within 6 feet, then you have to wear a mask. And the stores and everyone require you to wear a mask. But the rule is 6 feet. And, like I'm walking down the street, I leave my mask off, and then I'm coming to the intersection and there's people there. I put it on because I'll be closer than 6 feet. And they're looking at me like I came from another planet. And I'm like, hey, guys, I'm just following your stupid rules. All right, don't give me that look.
You mean most of the people are walking around without masks?
Well, no, they all have masks outside. Every single person, Dr. Lieberman.
Oh, so they're looking at So they're looking at you when you don't have a mask.
Right. Yeah, I'm pariah. I am the outcast of the world. But I do put my mask on when I get to the intersection, or I'll be within 6 feet. Well, we could debate the efficacy of masks all day long, but the important thing, Dr. Lieberman, is how do we find out more about you? How do we connect with you on the web? Well,
you can go to my website. My basic website is drcarole.com, which is drcarole.com. And then I have a podcast, The Terrace Therapist Show, and Dr. Carole's Couch.
All right. Well, hey, your couch under the current conditions in the world cannot possibly be large enough or deep enough to accommodate all the psychos out there that need immediate treatment but don't even know they need it. And I'm not even talking about the people walking around in the streets.
Right,
I'm talking about our leaders here. They are psychotic and sociopathic and any other four-letter word you can think of. Hey, if you got a question for Dr. Lieberman or myself, or something you'd like us to address, if you'd like us to have a particular guest on the show, I would urge you to just send me an email, kl@kerrylutz.com. Make sure you go to our website, financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Sign up for our free newsletter. Dr. Lieberman, it's always a pleasure. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.